Temperature-wise, boy, we warm up 10 degrees. That's going to feel nice from the start of the month to the end of the month as we're kicking off a new month tomorrow. That's our average high starting on February 1st. By the 28th, average high is 50 degrees. Overnight lows even above freezing for average overnight lows. And we're going to gain an hour and 7 minutes of daylight throughout the month. We're currently adding about a little over 2 minutes, in fact, of daylight each day as we're heading into February. Getting closer to that March 20th date, which is spring equinox, 1.3 inches of moisture. We had 10 inches of snow, 10.1 in fact in January. Usually we get about a foot, but it's the moisture content. We had well above average precipitation, over 2 inches of moisture versus the 1.4 we usually see in January. Gorgeous start today. Look at this shot from Dixie Tech in St. George, looking at the sun coming up over a clear sky or a clear start to the day in lower Washington County. Planning out your day for St. George, temperature-wise, we've been in the low 20s this morning, expecting about 31 degrees at 9 o'clock. Plan on freezing cold temperatures still at noon with just 30s, 33 is expected, and low 40s this afternoon with the sun out and relatively light wind. Shouldn't feel too bad in St. George, but we are still trending well below average by a good 15 or more degrees. School day forecast for northern Utah, 10 degrees as you head out. Bone-chilling temperatures. Really need to wear lots of layers, gloves, scarves, hats, everything to keep the kiddos warm as they're heading out to the bus stop this morning. 19 at noon. It's going to be an indoor recess type of a day again where temperatures are just frigid cold with 23 degrees expected for our high. Headlines calling for the Arctic air that's moved in from the north to stay in place. In fact, all of our daytime highs still within that threshold of 15 to 20 degrees below normal. Not record lows or record low highs. We're within a couple of degrees of our record low high temperature for today. Yesterday it was 18. We hit 20. Today I think it's 16, and we're expecting about 22 degrees. So about a 4-degree spread from the all-time record low high temperature for today. Gradual warming and haze is going to stick around. We've got high pressure in place, so quieter weather, minus the cold temperatures into midweek and the latter half of the week as well. It's the weekend where we can start to see a little bit of change. We'll kind of walk you through what we could see that's going to change up some of the pattern that's settling in for now. So northerly flow, you can see these wind contour lines showing that northerly flow into the Beehive State, bringing down that very cold air. High pressure now building across the west coast, indicating it's going to push a lot of the storm systems up to the north of us as they follow the overall storm track, riding up and around the Beehive State. But we will have one system that could break down the ridge enough to bring some clouds. It will bring increasing southwest flow by the end of the week. Quick hitting storm system late Friday. This is 9 o'clock Friday. You can kind of see the ripple or the bump in the overall wind barbs there, or the wind stream, as we're expecting that weak trough to brush by northern Utah, bring a few light snow showers. And then we have another storm system lined up behind that one. This one should pack a slightly bigger punch. In fact, it's expected to bring some snow showers, if not a wintry mix, to the Wasatch Front over to snow into Monday, as the large trough should kind of settle in, bring back that northwest flow, drop our temperatures into next week as we warm up some over the weekend. Into the weekend, pretty quiet overall as far as early model estimates are showing, so not super confident in that storm system over the weekend, essentially is what this is saying, with a 10 to 20% chance of some moisture. We'll fine-tune some of the forecast as we get closer, where it is still 7 days out. Things can certainly change between now and then, but at least it's looking like we should stay fairly active as we kick off February. St. George, 42 degrees, breezy winds, mostly sunny. Sunshine on Wednesday, 47. Groundhog Day, 55. So a nice bump up in temperatures across the south as southwest flow is going to pick up. Partly cloudy on Friday. More sunshine Saturday. Gorgeous weekend in store with highs in the upper 50s, near 60 on Sunday. We drop to 53. Breezy winds on Monday. Overnight lows should be just above freezing in the mid-30s. Stuck in the deep freezer today. Tomorrow as well, we should see a high of about 30 degrees, so still below freezing. Overnight lows in the teens. Not as bad as this morning, where we've had some single digits across some of the Wasatch Front. And then 35 by Thursday, so finally above freezing. Overnight lows near 19 Thursday morning for Groundhog Day. Hazy conditions expected as high pressure is in place. Could trap some bad air here in the valleys as inversions are going to be setting up as well. And then by the weekend, we warm up to the low 40s by Sunday. Rain slow chances increasing with a slight chance of snow on Monday. Quick check on some of the drive.